Imagine this. You're sitting in a cozy cafe in Paris. The smell of freshly brewed coffee fills the air. People are laughing softly, and at one corner, a man sits quietly, sketching on a napkin. That man is Pablo Picasso, one of the greatest artists in history. Now picture this. A woman notices him and walks over, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Mr. Picasso," she says. "Oh, I can't believe it's really you. Could you please draw something for me?" Picasso smiles politely. "Of course," he replies. He picks up a napkin, takes out his pen, and with just a few quick strokes, he creates a small but beautiful sketch, a masterpiece in miniature. He then hands it to her and says calmly, "That will be $10,000. The woman gasps in disbelief. "What, 10,000? But it only took you a minute." Picasso looks up and says something that changes everything. "Madam, it took me a lifetime to draw that in 1 minute." That one line is the heart of today's story, and the lesson we often forget: your time, your experience, and your skills have value. Let's pause for a moment and think. Why did Picasso say it took him a lifetime? Because that quick 1-minute sketch was not just a random doodle. It was the result of years of practice, failures, and learning. Every stroke of his pen was backed by decades of experience. You see, people often confuse speed with value. We think, if it was done fast, it must be easy, but that's not true. The reason Picasso could finish that drawing in 1 minute was because of his lifelong effort. Doodle, a simple or quick drawing, masterpiece. A work of outstanding skill, experience, knowledge gained from practice or time. Picasso's story teaches us something powerful. You are not paid for the time you spend. You are paid for the value you bring. So whether you're an artist, a teacher, a designer, a student, or even a YouTuber, your skills are not just about what you do, but how long it took you to become good at it. Now, let's bring this lesson to real life, to you and me. How many times have you said something like, "Oh, it's nothing, I just did it quickly. No need to pay me. It didn't take long. Anyone could have done it." Sounds familiar? That's because most of us don't see our own worth. We forget the years we've spent learning. We forget the mistakes we made that taught us valuable lessons. We forget the effort that got us to where we are. And that's exactly why many people undercharge for their work, accept less than they deserve, or hesitate to showcase their talent. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're a graphic designer. Someone asks you to make a logo. You create it in just 2 hours, and they say, "Why should I pay you that much? It only took 2 hours." But here's the truth. Those 2 hours were possible only because you spent 2 years learning how to use design software, studying color theory, and improving your creative eye. You're not charging for 2 hours. You're charging for the 2 years behind those 2 hours. Now that we understand the story, the next question is, how do you start valuing your skills? Let's break it down into 3 simple practical steps. Recognize the effort behind your skill. Make a list of all the things you've learned, practiced, or failed at to get to where you are. When you see how much effort went into your ability, you'll naturally respect your own value more. If you can speak fluent English today, remember the hours you spent watching English movies, reading subtitles, making grammar mistakes, and learning new words. That's effort! Often we look at experts and feel small, but every expert was once a beginner. Picasso didn't start by creating masterpieces. He began with basic drawings as a child. Comparison kills confidence. Instead, compare yourself only with your past self. Ask, am I better than I was last week? If the answer is yes, you're moving forward. Price is what someone pays. Value is what something is truly worth. A simple napkin costs a few cents, but when Picasso draws on it, it becomes priceless. Why? Because of the value added by his skill. The same applies to you. Whether you're cooking, teaching, writing, editing, or designing, your skill adds value that others might not see at first. but it's there. Worth, the value of something. Confidence, belief in yourself. Priceless, so valuable that it cannot be measured by money,